For 5 episodes, we have been building toward one moment. We pulled a rock out of the earth and taught it to be perfect. We built the cleanest room in the world so nothing would touch it. We printed on it with light. We washed it in impossible water. We cut it into hundreds of perfect pieces. And at the end of all that, what we actually made is a switch. 80 billion switches on one chip the size of your palm. Today, we plug that chip in, and we do the one thing left to do. We switch it on, and the rock starts to think. This is part 6, the final part, the mind. Every transistor we printed is a switch. On, off, 1, 0. A modern AI chip carries about 80 billion of them. The newest generation carries 208 billion. Too many for one piece of silicon. So they fuse 2 chips, each at the limit of what light can print, into one. Now hold that number up against something. Your brain carries about 86 billion neurons. 80 billion switches. 86 billion neurons. The same ballpark. But don't mistake one for the other. The brain wires its neurons into something like 100 trillion connections, and a single neuron is far more than a single switch. Same order of parts, completely different machines. And still, for the first time in history, we can print something whose parts you count in the same breath as a brain's. So how fast do the switches switch? A chip keeps time with a clock. And at 1 billion ticks a second, light itself, the fastest thing in the universe, can only travel about 30 centimeters between one tick and the next. 1 foot. That is the whole budget. Every signal, every switch, every answer has to arrive inside it. And modern chips tick 3 billion times a second, and more. At 5 billion ticks, light barely crosses 6 centimeters. That is why a chip must be small, not fashion. Physics. 2 episodes ago, the water hit its ceiling at 18.18. This machine has a ceiling too. The final one. The speed of light itself. And what do 80 billion switches, ticking billions of times a second, actually do? What does a rock think about? Strip away every layer of mystery, and it is doing one thing, astronomically fast, multiplying grids of numbers and adding them up. Matrix math. That is what a thought looks like in silicon. When an AI reads your question, the words become numbers. The numbers flow through grids of weights. Multiply, add, billions of times. And out the other side comes the next word of an answer. The pace is hard to say out loud, on the order of a quadrillion operations every second on a single chip, 1,000 trillion, every second. The next generation does more than 10 times that. It is not thinking the way you do, but it is doing arithmetic at a scale no brain could ever attempt. And one chip is never enough. To teach the biggest AI models, companies pour chips into single buildings, 100,000 at a time. One famous cluster went up in 122 days. 100,000 GPUs, wired into what is effectively one colossal machine. Within months, it doubled. The stated goal, 1 million. A campus like that can draw a full gigawatt of electricity. The output of a large nuclear power plant, feeding a single campus full of thinking sand. And here is the number that should stop you cold. The brain all of this is chasing, the one reading this sentence right now, runs on about 20 watts, a light bulb, and remember the impossibly pure water from 2 episodes ago. It is back, one last time. All that thinking makes heat, and a big data center can drink millions of gallons a day just to stay cool. A machine like this lives a strange life. It is so fast and so dense that the universe itself interferes. A neutron, born from a cosmic ray high above the atmosphere, can strike a memory chip and flip a single bit. A 1 becomes a 0. This genuinely happens. Engineers once estimated that a desktop computer would take a hit like that about once a month. So serious machines carry error-correcting memory. It catches the flip, fixes it, and moves on. Silently. Thousands of times. Forever. Because these machines are not allowed to rest. The industry's gold standard is 5 nines. 99.999% uptime. That is about 5 minutes of downtime in an entire year. Everything else is repaired live, while the machine keeps thinking. They are, quite literally, machines that never sleep. Step all the way back, one last time. 6 episodes ago, this was a rock. Ordinary quartz, indistinguishable from gravel. We melted it into the purest crystal object on Earth. We built it a room where dust is hunted to extinction. We printed on it with a light so unstable it barely exists. We washed it in water too clean to leave a trace. We cut it apart with a blade thinner than a hair. And once, with no blade at all. 600 to 1,000 steps. About 3 months. Beginning to end. And at the end of it all, a sliver of that rock ticking billions of times a second, doing quadrillions of sums, holding up its end of a conversation. From rock to mind. That is the whole story. And now you have seen every step of it. The whole journey is in one playlist, start to finish. The series ends here. The machines do not. Somewhere, right now, a building full of thinking rock is answering 1 billion questions in the dark. And it will still be awake, long after we have gone to sleep.